What's up, Leo? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting June 30th, 2025. Leo, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. Before I begin, happy 4th of July celebrations, Leo. If you celebrate 4th of July, happy 4th of July. This is the week where you run into 4th of July. So anyway, the deck I am using will be listed in the description box. Welcome any new subscribers, not reading any reversals to the new subscribers. I definitely appreciate you, and I see that the numbers, for the site is ticking up a little bit slowly but surely, but we're getting there. And I appreciate all the the comments and stuff that have come in. Continue. I like to interact with you. Now, if I don't say nothing or respond, doesn't mean that it's just that a lot of comments oftentimes come through. So it all depends on, what's going on with me that particular day. If I feel like throwing in the comment in response, but I do like to see that you guys are active in, the videos. Okay. I appreciate that. Anyway, so what's the energy here surrounding Leo this week? What's the energy potentially for my lions? All right, let's cut the deck here, Leo, and begin your messages. And we're going to start with you, Leo. The first card is the Nine of Wands. So some of my lions are going to be somewhat busy. This is one of my busy bees. I assigned the Nine of Wands, 10 of Wands, of course, being the highest busy bee card. So yes, finding yourself doing some things. And of course, we're running into the holidays. So it could be anything related to that. It could be just, doing things that, for yourself. It could be work related. It could be for anything involving your family, romantic partners, or your friends. The Nine of Wands comes in, Leo, to give you that energy push so that you are, anything that's scheduled on your plate or not scheduled on your plate, you will have the energy to carry through. Up next, now we have Temperance card, Major Arcana. She comes in here to rebalance any types of energy here for you, Leo. If you experienced any types of out of sorts type of energy, she comes back to balance all of that energy for you, right? So she is loving. Actually, let me go back here and say what I needed to say. This also the Temperance card. I just spoke about the Temperance card in Cancer's video, because I think they received the Empress card, and those are the only two cards that I always feel a pool of energy where we could just be focusing or, redrawing our energies back to ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. I always say it's not a selfish type of act or anything, Leo. It's just something that you need to do. Nurture yourself, love yourself, care for yourself. And I always say if you're not good to yourself, you're not going to be good to, anyone else. So, take the opportunity to get to know yourself, love yourself, nurture yourself, and so forth. But anyway, your Temperance card is also too all about relationships. And I refer to her, the Temperance, depending on what deck I use, usually, anything involving Mother Nature. We have entered into the summer solstice, so people like to be outdoors and just be in God's country, okay, if you will, and enjoying that. All right, so that is the Temperance card, Major Arcana. Now we have the Two of Cups that follows that Temperance card. This is for those Leos who are in committed partnerships as we speak, okay, even number of cups. So again, you're getting out of the relationship and that what you were putting in. You're on the same page. You're seeing eye to eye with one another, sharing the same ideals, like-mindedness. And then also, too, this could be for the single Leos, an invitation out on a first date, all right? And then the Two of Cups has the strong ability to pull together two people into a romantic partnership. Next up is the King of Wands. King of Wands is what you're focused on this week, Leo. This is part of your energy, very intense, very passionate. Of course, he's a court card following that Two of Cups. That could just be signifying the Leo that I'm reading for that's already in that intense, passionate, fiery relationship. But it could be the relationship to come if you're the single Leo. So going after whatever it is that you're focused on, okay, you're very intent, and the energy here still would warrant some sort of attraction that you're drawing near to, or it's coming towards you, right? So that would be the King of Wands. Following the King of Wands, now we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles represents um, a job offer, birth of a business ideal, anything that starts off with money. It could be, contract, job offer, business idea. Could be the beginning of some new financial um, happenings for you, Leo, for sure. Okay. Following the Page of Pentacles here, now we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands simply is representative of what you're waiting for, Leo, who you're waiting for. This is my only timing card. And whatever you're waiting for, I always assign 2 days, 2 week period of time that energy may show up for you. So you could be waiting for a phone call. You could be waiting for something to arrive in the mail. It's the number two. It could be a relationship, maybe a relationship that you may be involved in, and you're waiting for it to pick up speed and whatnot, because it's usually slow and stagnant energy. Okay, but if we get any of the movement cards here, will propel the energy of this Two of Wands, and whatever it is, whoever it is that you're waiting for, will come much sooner or quicker. Also, it could be that the Two of Wands is in your spread, where it may be that you're just getting ideals, you're gathering ideals, trying to put something together in the near future, but you're not ready to move just yet because you don't have everything at your disposal. Following the Two of Wands here for you, Leo, now we have the King of Pentacles, right? Just at the beginning stages of your money, some sort of improvement. This is still, um, you know, representation of your boss, creditors, um, pay raises, job offers, contract offers, promotions, you name it. This is a very good card. These people are usually good money handlers, or if it's absence of all the things that I said pertaining to you, Leo, then it could be how other people see or view you, where they see you as always there for them, dependable, reliable, definitely stable, and always willing to help out whenever you can. All right, so that is the King of Pentacles. Following that, now we have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is already trumped by the King of Pentacles that precedes it, and as well as the Page of Pentacles. But this still could be any Leo that I'm reading for that may still have a little bit of concerns about your finances, coming up short, not having enough money thinking that you don't have enough money to pay your bills. For other lions, it could be you're giving someone the cold shoulder treatment, or they're giving you the cold shoulder treatment. They're ignoring you, or you're ignoring them. All right. This is my ghosting card. So hopefully you're not ghosting someone when it comes to communication, and hopefully they're not ghosting you as well. The positive aspect that comes out of the Five of Pentacles here, Leo, still would represent you having to donate your time and money to worthy charitable causes. It could be just donations and whatnot. Now we have a movement card, the Chariot, Major Arcana. Wow. So it's going to move this energy of the Two of Wands. Now, whoever again that you may have been waiting for, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a phone call, something coming in the mail, or it could be, I did say a relationship, right? But it comes faster. And this Chariot in itself comes with additional energies, meaning, let me just get the Chariot's meanings out. This is something very, very positive. It's usually something that happens or occurs very rapidly. So it's coming towards you. Now, the big, money cards here, the King of Pentacles, it mirrors over there to the Chariot. Someone may be thinking about, possibly purchasing a new vehicle. If it's not that, it could be that you experience some vehicle repairs, major or minor. Then the other half of the energy, I equate the Chariot with the major arcana, the Star card. So this is a week of excitement, definitely. Could be anything involving dream journaling, stargazing, meeting someone famous. Um, what else? Social media, social networking. Underneath the King of Wands, that could be a Leo that's about to get it, into a new relationship with the Two of Cups that precedes it, right? And then she's looking over here at the Two of Cups. So maybe there's a relationship on the horizon, or there's an indication that if you're already in a relationship, that the Chariot will represent that it's moving in the positive direction that you like. All right, so following the major arcana of the Chariot, now we have the King of Swords. King of Swords is always about having to do something major, Leo, this week, possibly, or take some sort of action. So it sits underneath the Page of Pentacles. That could be any Leo out there, picking up a new job, a contract, or maybe a startup of a business that you always wanted to start. It mirrors over here to the Two of Wands. Maybe that you were waiting for things to get better so that you could, start a business. If it's the line that I'm reading for that's, wants to start a business, there you go. All right, that's the King of Swords. Very determined. Additional messages here for you, Leo. We're going to throw down the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is rest, relaxation, replenishment, rejuvenation. Now, because the Chariot is already here, in terms of planning future trips, some of you may be planning a trip this week. Of course, it may involve the holiday in itself. If you are, you're going to be safe to and from. But this is an energy that always suggests detaching your energies momentarily from those things, Leo, that you have become attached to. Taking a day off from work, resting up, quieting your mind, that type of energy. Doing something exclusively on your own, right? Following the Four of Swords, now we have look at this, the Major Arcana of the Lovers. Okay. All right, so you got the Major Arcana of the Lovers in your spread. And of course, whenever you get the Lovers in your spread, you shouldn't have any problems interacting with whomever, family, romantic partners, friends, co-workers, bosses, you name it. Because this Lovers here, Leo, if you didn't know, it levels everything out. It's greater than the emphasis of the Two of Cups when it comes to being on the same page, seeing eye to eye with one another. This could be, the lovers could, definitely form and bring together romantic partnerships, platonic friendships, business partnerships. All right, so you got the lovers here. Someone also could be getting married here with the lovers in your spread. Following the lovers, major arcana, now we have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, for some lines that I'm reading, is that there's something around you that's coming to an end, right? Something is going to replace that. If it's not Leo that I'm reading for, or, having to plan some sort of future, inpatient or outpatient surgical procedures, it may be somebody that you know, right? So this here always comes through to say that if that is the case when it comes to the surgical part, it's whatever you're having done, it's going to be painful, okay? But the Ten of Swords always offers that recovery and relief. So it's not a situation that, you're going to experience pain if you do have surgery for the rest of your life. It's just temporary. All right, so the last card here in the spread is look at that. Another big money card shows up here, the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. So the Nine of Pentacles I read as getting some sort of recognition in terms of, your employer acknowledging you through a promotion. Definitely bonus money, substantial pay raises. You worked hard on something, whether it was directly involving your employer or the task or achievement of something outside of your employment. This is the card for you, okay? Now it's time for you to sit back and enjoy the hard efforts and labor that you put into a situation, whether it was your physical work or outside of your work. I also treat the Nine of Pentacles as one of my financial independent cards. Either you're striving to be or you already are. It still would warrant contracts, job offers, promotions. When it comes to spending, well, if you have access to this type of money and you want to spend and splurge on yourself or spend and splurge on others, you're to do so and not to feel guilty about it. All right, so this is what I have for us this week, Leo. Just me interpreting these messages. Please take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Leo. Continue to throw those comments in. I definitely like to read them and appreciate you. All right, so until next week, you guys take care. Be safe. Ciao.